No moi, it's Joinen, and I found a guy on TikTok who teaches you how to get in touch with your ultimate masculine energy. And through just simple things like never letting women pull out their own chairs or open their own car doors, and always paying for dates, you can unlock infinite money just because you're a man. It's pretty wild. Let's have a look.
Here's a challenge to all women. What if you decided that from this point forward, you would never grab your own chair at a dinner table to open it up? What if you decided that from this point forward, you would never
sit down? What if you decided to simply stand up every single time you ate? What if?
You would never open the car door for yourself ever again? What if from this point forward, you decided that you were going to have standards for how you were to be treated because you have standards for how you treat yourself?
You treat yourself like someone who is incapable of pulling a chair out. What if you simply decided you weren't capable of doing things for yourself? Then maybe, I assume what he's about to get at, you might find a guy who does everything for you. That's probably true. It seems a bit codependent. Yeah. So what if you're alone? What happens? Well, you wait. You wait for a man, okay? You wait for a man that can come and do these things for you. And until then, you simply don't.
You know what will happen? You will attract a man that will be willing to provide for you in that way. So you see, the type of man that a woman attracts is all dependent upon the type of priorities, balance, and standards that a woman has for herself.
I'm actually not disagreeing. I'm just wondering whether that's a good thing. Like, it is true, because if you are the type of woman who literally refuses to open a car door, then yeah, you're probably only gonna end up in a relationship with the kind of man who would open it for you. I'm so small and petite. I can't open the toilet on my own.
When the standards are clear, the proper man and the loving, caring man will appear. That's how it happens.
Yeah, see, it's the connection there that he makes. Man either opens all the doors for you and will always pull his chair out for you, or he doesn't love you and he's not actually a caring dude. Does it work for men too? You know, I think it would. I think it absolutely does. I think if you're the kind of man who just puts his foot down and says, no, you know what? I need you to pull the chair out for me, then realistically, it's just a survival of the fittest kind of thing. If you're just like hardcore about something, you'll end up only having people around who are cool with that. What about a lesbian couple? See, that's when it gets tricky. Do they have any brothers? Keep some men on speed dial. Okay, lesbian couples need to work on finding a man that they don't date per se, but they're just there to do all the masculine things, like pulling chairs out. Hire a butler, exactly.
So this was for the men. Do you know why you always defend 50-50 on a date, and do you want the woman to pay her part and you want the woman to pay her bills? It's because your ego is defending your current position on life. It's because your ego and your mind will not allow you to see that money is literally infinite.
It's an ego problem. I have a confession. I have a big ego problem because I simply don't believe that money is infinite. I pull up my bank account and there's just no infinity symbol. So clearly there's something wrong with my ego. You only want women to be equal to you because of your ego. Get off your high horse. Yeah, okay. Get over yourself. You think women are equal to you? Come on, get a grip. Get over yourself and grow up. Your ego's too high.
There's limitless amounts of money, and that money is available for you, yet you haven't fully tapped into the fullness of your masculine energy.
Oh, I understand now. Because I'm a man and I get like paid way more than women, just statistically. I just need to tap into that. If you just spend hours a day just meditating on how manly you are, the money just manifests. The universe just gives it to you. Hey, go spend this on women, dude, because you're a man. Have more money. That's why men get paid more than women. It's so that they can spend it on them. Women don't need to earn their own money when there's all these men that just get given the extra money that the universe gives them to spend on them. I love being a man, able to just spawn money. We're making fun of it because they're just not masculine enough.
So what happens is the wounded masculine within you will defend, and you'll defend it to the end. You'll defend it to the death. Why? because you don't know any other way than to live that way. You don't.
You got me there. I really don't know any other way than to live the life of someone without infinite money. I just haven't tapped in to enough of my inner man to figure out how to get this infinite money that I can spend on women. Men get infinite money glitch. Step 1, be man. Step 2, profit.
Any other way or any other energy to be in than to say, I can't fully provide for a woman. Therefore, the only other option is for her to chip in as well.
I just don't understand why this debate is at all about men and women. Being able to provide for a significant other can be a conversation. There are plenty of situations where you would need to do that, but vice versa.
And I say this from love. The way that you discover and tap into the fullness of your masculine energy is to get past that fear. The fear of being able to provide, the fear of being able to honor and respect the woman. And when you finally are able to do that, regardless of the money, when you make the decision internally to say, from this day forward, no woman will ever pay anything when she's in my presence, guess
holy moly. No woman will ever pay anything. Every single time you go to a restaurant, you just have to pay for every woman's meals. Just don't go out. Never leave. Just stay home. Never end up in the presence of a woman because you can't keep that up, man. I don't care how much masculine energy you got. That's too expensive. Why? What happens? What happens when you do that?
What happens? The universe says, your wish is my command, and starts to bless you with more money.
What? The infinite money glitch has just been spend more money on women all along. Money is infinite, Joinen, but only if you spend it on women. Which woman managed to convince this guy to give her all his money? She's just like, oh, it's so masculine, honey. It's so masculine. You just seem so manly when you spend all that money on me. Bro's in like this weird echo chamber where he's like some motivational speaker. And so, yeah, he spends his days talking about how just spend your money on women, bros. Just let go. Just spend your money on women. Because for him, he managed to then get in front of people with a mic on and start telling people to spend money on women. And for whatever reason, they pay him to do that. So like, yeah, that's actually kind of how it worked for him. Men spawn money, women eat money, women spawn baby. And that baby, 50-50 chance it's a man. And cycle repeats.
Move the limitations that you have in your mind about how you treat women, and you will literally remove the limitations that you have on your life financially.
What? It's not a treating women in any particular way scenario. That's just not the case. It's simply a matter of like, what? I don't know, generosity? Like if I'm hanging out with my friends or my family or my fiance, I might pay for the food. Depends whether I'm generous. I might pay for the food because it's a nice thing to do, regardless of the person's gender. I could get behind what he's saying a little bit more if he was just preaching just generosity. If he was just saying, hey, spend money on people and things will kind of work out. I don't necessarily think that that is completely true, but it's a nicer message. Bro took spend money to make money way too seriously. He just managed to take like, just be generous and turn it into just some gender role thing. This guy's got like a bro in need. They go out for dinner. Oh, sorry, I left my wallet at home. Do you mind shouting me? What? You're a man. Go pay for some woman's dinner. Then maybe you'll be able to afford it, okay? I forgot my wallet at home. You're not spending enough money on women. Is this a different one?
So here's a challenge for all men. What if you decided that from this point forward, you would never allow a woman to pay even half or anything when it comes to a date?
This is a brand new TikTok, but he's saying the same thing. He's really trying to drive this point home. Okay, I'm a man. Imagine I decide that I am never gonna let a woman pay half or anything on a date. What would happen?
The universe would bless you with more money.
Oh, okay, no! Why? Why would the universe do that? What's the incentive for the universe?
Because it's never about the government, the society, the president, what's happening with...
No, it's about how much money you have in your bank account. You go to work the next day and you go to your boss and you're like, oh, hey, I took a woman out last night and I paid for a meal. And the boss is like, you did what? Here's an extra $300 on me. It's not a political thing.
The economy, it's always about your values in your personal life and how you want to show up to the world. When you say that you want a 50-50 relationship and you want your woman to provide or to pay for the bill or whatever the case may be.
When you want in a relationship, your significant other to pitch in, then what?
What you're really saying is, I haven't arrived into the fullness of my masculine energy.
The masculine energy, I knew it! So what is it when the woman pays their 50? Is that the woman tapping into like excess masculine energy? Has she got like dormant masculine energy that she's manifesting when she pays 50? Or maybe even full. No, that's blasphemy. So I guess a man not paying for things I guess that's feminine energy, which is a bad thing.
Because that's what the masculine energy does. The masculine energy provides and protects. Want to take it a step further?
Okay.
What if you decided that from this moment forward, not only would your woman never have to pay, but when she brings her friends to a meal, they would never have to pay as well?
What have you got? You're a sugar daddy. I hate to break it to you. She's using this situation. You guys want to go out? Yeah, sure. But I don't have any money. Oh! Yeah, no problem. I date a guy who's really in touch with his masculine energy. So, not a problem. What do women do with their money? Oh, I guess women spend their money when guys aren't around. That's what their money's for. Or do women just not have money?
Because it is your honor as the masculine to provide for the feminine. What do you think would happen? You would earn 2 to 3 times the money.
Why? Why though? Could you cite your sources on this one? How do you simply earn 2 to 3 times the money? By like paying for your girlfriend's friends to buy some cosmos. How does that earn me money? Where is he getting these numbers? Source, trust me, bro. This is what I'm saying. It works for him because this was like his shtick that he started spieling. And now he gets paid to spiel that spiel. And so it kind of has worked in that sort of one-to-one system for him. But the same could be said for anything. He could be preaching the exact opposite and end up getting gigs doing like talks to blokes being like, "You're worth it, bros. Don't pay for anything. Stand your ground." Arguably earns you more money because you're not spending any.
Because money is simply energy. It's a reflection of where you are internally. It's a reflection of your beliefs, your values, and how you want to show up in the world.
Nah, man. That's the cringiest thing you said. That's such a damn privileged thing to say. If you're having money struggles, you just need to get good. Have better energy. Think about yourself better. Respect yourself more. Then you'll have more money. Masculine and feminine, so if you're non-binary or gender fluid, you're self-sustainable. Something tells me we don't want to know his opinions on that.
So the reality is if you limit what you can provide for the woman, you limit your own potential in life.
Obviously, if we give it some thought, this line of thinking comes from more traditional gender roles and like more traditional family values as the man being the provider. But like the man was the provider because the woman just didn't work, which is fair. I think in any relationship, if you have someone staying at home and doing the housework and stuff, and that's a thing that you have decided between the two of you, regardless of whether you're a man or a woman, then sure, you got to put some effort into providing. But like, if you both have jobs and you're both earning some money, I don't see the problem with both people pitching in. I guess if you're really hardcore about that and that's what you want, you probably won't have a great relationship with someone who just wants to even things out. But he's preaching it as if it's like gospel. Like, this is how everyone ought to be. 50-50 on fest. We're still going on about it? It's like his whole personality.
Good morning. Let's have a quick conversation about 50-50 in relationships and money.
First thing in the morning. Good morning, 50-50. Man, rise and grind. Wakes up in the middle of the night. I just had a nightmare. We split the bill last night. He paid for a girl's Big Mac once, and now it's his whole personality. He has the right mindset in the sense of giving to others, but he's going about it so wrong. That's what I'm saying. He can simplify his message so much. I don't think anyone would have a problem with just like, be more generous and the universe will return it. Like, I think that's a generally positive message and could be true in some people's lives.
I'm on my way down to finish day 3 of our Inner Circle Financial Intensive, and
oh my Lord. I just fell asleep. Sorry. Your Inner Circle Financial Intensive. You have like a finance thing? You actually give finance advice, and your finance advice is just spend all your money on women. Don't get me wrong. I think offering to pay for a bill is a nice move, but I think it's a nice move by anyone. You don't have to be a man in touch with your masculine energy to pay for a bill. You don't have to be a man at all to pay for a bill. It's just a nice thing to do regardless. I think it's like a classy move on a first date, but that kind of has nothing to do with whether you're a man or a woman. If you're offering to pay, you're just being nice. I think it's that simple. I think these situations kind of solve themselves. If you're someone who wants to date someone who will pay for everything, you'll probably end up in a relationship where that is the case. Has he got other takes? You know, we had the chair thing. That was kind of fun.
We live in a microwave society.
Oh, we live in a society confirmed. Microwave one, but still, all the same. This is what I'm saying. We're getting these talks. He's probably getting paid to say this at some convention for men learning to be men trying to figure out that infinite money glitch. We live in a microwave.
Means is we want to be able to grab our food, stick it in the microwave, and have it instantly happen and heat right away.
Okay, let's be real. Takes a good 2-3 minutes, depending on what you're eating. No, true. If I put my food in the microwave, I do expect it to work fairly quickly. I'm following.
When it comes to your life, you got to understand that you want to give yourself space and time to unravel and to like allow yourself and the universe to like bring it all in. So you want to give yourself some space. So then you create what's called like your ultimate vision for 10 years from now. You want to have your ultimate vision, your ultimate life come true and all of these things. And then you start working backwards.
Oh, that's the whole thing. Okay, so I get it. What you're saying is we live in a microwave society, but what you want to be doing is living that slow cooker life. You want that meat falling off the bone. And sure, it might take 8 hours in the slow cooker, but eventually you'll end up with your little hodgepodge of your stew, your life stew. Come up with a 10-year plan. Don't worry about the here and the now. So come up with a 10-year plan is his advice. And work backwards. I activate my ultimate vision, which allows me to open the car door. In 10 years, I see myself in a position where I can open my own car door, and I don't have to stand around for 30 minutes waiting for a random man passing by to open it for me.
Masculine energy looks like this. Like...
Well, I'm glad we finally got a visual. I was struggling to visualize it. It looks like this.
I'm going, I am thinking, I am providing, I am determined.
Okay, women, no growing, no thinking, no being determined. That's man stuff.
I am planning, I am executing. Now, I want you to pay close attention to because so many women are living this way.
And they shouldn't? And why bother, women? You've got to get yourself a man who can do it for you. Is he actually about to say...
Don't even realize it anymore. Now watch. Feminine energy looks like this.
Oh, sitting back, relaxing, chilling on the banana lounge. It kind of feels like that masculine energy feels like the raw end of the deal. You got to pay for women and stuff. You manifest that feminine energy and you can just chill. You just sit back.
Feminine energy looks like receiving, relaxing, being comfortable, being provided for, being nurturing, being loving. And
chilling around. Men get shit done. Women, nothing. They stuff around. That is the ultimate union of man and woman. Man, do the thing. Woman, sit back. No thought, head empty. Must take care of kid. Yeah, sure. You take care of the kid, but you gotta be real chill while doing it, all right? Not really trying. It just happens naturally because of your feminine energy. Like, it's not much work. You're not the one going out and doing things. Getting it done. You're just chilling. Raising a kid. Easy. Chilling. Nurturing. Nurturing. That's the euphemism we have for raising a kid.
So when a woman is in a position where you have your goals, you have your aspirations, you have your dreams, so
Is that bad?
and so on, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, I think that's very sexy.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, ladies. Danny thinks it's sexy if you have aspirations. You're allowed. Don't worry about it. Daniel gives you a pass. He actually thinks it's kind of a turn on.
But you cannot lose sight of why you're doing it.
Being chill, lounging back.
If you're doing it to build an empire, you are in your masculine energy big time. If you're doing it because you want to provide financial freedom for yourself and
Oh, what? I thought you just get a man.
have peace of mind, then that's great.
Okay. Why do women earn money? Women earn money to just peace of mind. It's nice. It's a nice thing to stow away just in case. But under no circumstances should a woman be a boss, have employees, run a business, because that's not chill.
You have to feel through what your focus is and why it is that you're doing that.
Well, turns out most men are in their feminine energy. So what do we do about that? This is my point. He's kind of onto something where it's like, if that bothers you, then don't date them. How do I get out of my masculine energy as a woman when I'm a single mother and provider and the boss at work? Simple, girl. Quit. What are you doing? Spending all that effort and that energy. Just go home and nurture. Don't overdo it. For now, nurture your inner world. Get clear on what you want and allow the universe to bring you the man that will help you shift. Oh my goodness. Women, you know you can solve problems. You're allowed to like make your life better without a man to do it for you. Thanks for explaining that, Joinen. No problem. Just my duty as a man. Now that Joinen has given women permission to think for themselves, women everywhere broke the chains of patriarchy. Hey, I learned from the best.
How many of you realize that part of the system here is that men are not supposed to feel? You know, we're not supposed to feel our emotions, and that is like joy or grief or sorrow.
You saying that's a good thing or a bad thing?
Or happiness or anything. That's how disconnected we are from our emotions, which means we're disconnected from our truth.
Oh, okay. So, okay, good. As men, we're allowed to have emotions.
Well, what happens with our children is when we as men and women and human beings are disconnected from our emotions, from our truth. We don't know how to share that truth and share that emotions, and they're learning
First based thing you said.
from us. And that's why some of the greatest things that you can do when you go home from an experience like this is speak to your children. Speak to your children and ask them questions.
I don't have any children. Do I just talk to my Twitch chat? What kind of questions?
How have I ever made you feel unloved?
Twitch chat. How have I ever made you feel unloved? No, not. You're a perfect dad. You never have. Not streaming every day. Oh. By not reading my comments? Hey, I always read them. Sometimes I just ignore you. This feels like fine advice.
The feminine is safe.
Oh.
How have I ever made you feel unsafe? How have I ever made you feel unheard and unseen?
Okay.
You want to learn how to hold space? Hold space for your children. And just let them share with you what comes out. You want to heal your family?
Bro's like, here's a crazy one for you. Go home and talk to your kids. And actually just listen to them. That's crazy talk. That'll never work. What do you think? Are you in touch with your masculine energy? Or are you in touch with your feminine energy? Are you out there spending money on women? Or are you chilling? To be clear, I'm not against a couple that wants to conform to traditional gender roles. I don't think that is inherently a bad thing. Every couple is their own situation. As long as both feel heard and respected and are happy with how things are in the relationship, then that's fine. But this guy's just kind of saying like, no, it's not. It needs to be this way. And I think that's the real problem. So, I don't know. What do you think? I'll see you masculine and feminine energies next time.